Okay, so, and we have a gift for you. We actually have something called a balanced scorecard that is out there. Let me just, I introduced this 2 all-hands meetings ago, remember? What is a balanced scorecard? Anyone remember? Anyone? Anyone at all? Wait, Jeff, I learned something. The teacher hasn't taught if the student hasn't learned. So I'm trying to teach again. I'll try to do it better. The balanced, Judd, I'll handle this. The balanced scorecard is something I picked up back from Harvard. It's what all of these companies use. It's all of these companies, and you'll notice probably one you don't like, Delta Dental, they're there. And you got Merit, you got BMW, all these companies, real companies, not dental offices that are small businesses, real companies use a balanced scorecard to bridge the gap between strategy and execution. So you can create a strategy, but if the only people that are working on the strategy and report on the strategy are the people that created it, you don't have much of an organization doing anything with the strategy. And the balanced scorecard aligns everyone, so we're all rowing together. We're all focused on the same strategy. Make sense? Okay, now watch. So the beauty of this is you'll have strategic objectives, is what they're called. The leadership team will think about, what do we want to accomplish from a customer's point of view? Think of one. What, if you're a customer, strategically, what's a good objective that we should accomplish?
Collect money.
Collect money. So I would say meet their expectation.
Right.
That's a little more wide, but yeah, same thing. So that's one of our strategic objectives. What's another one from a customer's point of view? What was that?
Go above and beyond.
Go above and beyond? Absolutely. We call that improve our brand image. And we even call that shock and awe for brand new customers. It's probably a bad name, but we call it shock and awe for customers that are brand new. So they come in, wow, I love eAssist. We do accomplish that from time to time. Now, and so there's 4 different layers. That's the customer's point of view. You also look at internal processes. What are some of the internal process strategies objectives that we should probably consider? Anyway. Improve communication, that's one of them. I love it, we're picking the same ones you guys are, we're not even talking about it. Improve communication is one of them. What's another internal process problem or objective we should probably have a good strategy about?
Training.
What's that?
Training.
You have to hold that thought next, you're going to jump to the next level. And that is internal development. So you have internal processes, and then you have another perspective called growth opportunities. And one of our strategic objectives is to attract high achievers, which are all of you. Another one is to develop our people. Another one is to retain our people. So, and then finally you have a financial point of view, and you look at, we have 3 objectives for that too. So you come up with these objectives. We've come up with 17. You're going to know what they are in a moment, and when you get the handout in the back, you'll see them. 17 objectives. You've named 5. We're all in alignment here, without even a conversation. And we spent a long time doing it. We should have brought it here and done it in 5 minutes. We spent hours. But the idea is, what kind of strategy do we want to put in place, and then how do we accomplish that from everyone's point of view? And that's what these scorecards do. So and they shouldn't go down, they should be going up, right? In light of what we understand, sort of leadership. But the idea is that all the various business units, so you'd have all the Kaizen coaches would have a scorecard as a Kaizen coach. All the accounting people have a scorecard. All the IT people have a scorecard. All the C-level team has a scorecard. AMs and AEs have a scorecard. They all have the same 17 strategic objectives, but different KPIs to show if you're winning or losing in those objectives. I don't want to say winning or losing, if you're accomplishing the goal of improving communication. So, because we all have a different area of influence and things we can do to accomplish those 17 objectives. And the magic of the balanced scorecard, the magic of it is that everyone has different scorecards based on their area of influence and what they can control, but they're all focused on the same thing. They're all focused on the same thing. Okay, so here's our balanced scorecard. This is a strategic map. This is what creates the balanced scorecard. And here are the 17 objectives. You will get a copy of this so you'll understand it and see it. It looks very confusing. It's not. It really isn't. It's beautiful. It's powerful. Here's the 4 different levels I told you about. When you develop your strategy, you look at, okay, what about potential and growth? Well, we want to achieve high-performance culture. We don't want backbiting. We want like excellence and excelling and attract and retain. We want to develop our people, things we haven't done very well. This is why we revamped the whole talent management, because this is one of our strategic objectives now that we understand. We're focused. We got it. But we don't want to just focus on that. We also have to improve our brand image and meet the customer's expectations. Then we have to achieve positive financial results and do more with less. You'll see this. It makes sense. Here, improve communication. It looks complicated, it's not. These are 17 objectives, these won't. We reserve the right to change them year after year. Continuous improvement, right? But right now, for 2018, this is the balanced scorecard, this is our strategic map. And these lines is a way for people to, when you're having a problem with brand image, you look at what things support the brand image. Well, achieving a high-performance culture does, and so does effective using KPIs to manage. And so they link with each other, and they kind of grow, and that helps you diagnose. That's operational. I'm not concerned about that. Let's move on. But why is it important to you? Well, here's the deal. We will give you 8.3% more income per office if the following balanced scorecard objectives are met monthly as an AM and AE. So I'm going to go over an AM and AE balanced scorecard. Not a Kaizen coach or a quality coach, or an accounting balanced scorecard, or anyone else. This is an AM and AE balanced scorecard, which all of you in this room, for the most part, fit into that category, right? This isn't an SOS scorecard, but we'll make your own, I promise. And it's good. So here it is. For AMs and AEs, earn 8.3% more income for every office. Yeah! Now this is going to get you going, and it's going to align your financial incentives with what your heart is telling you to do too. Thanks, I appreciate that. It's very servant-like. All right, so for the first objective on your balanced scorecard, from the financial point of view, the very first, there's 3 of them, 3 strategies that we're coming up with. The first one is do more with less. Do more with less. That's a good financial strategy from a financial point of view, a financial strategic objective that every company should have. Like, don't be wasteful, be frugal, right? That's one of my personal values, be frugal. I'm a Boy Scout, was one of the things in the deal. Brave, thrifty, always hungry, frugal. So do more with less. So what can an AM and AE do to help us accomplish this? How about 0 user-caused billing errors? We had 90 billing errors this month. Most of them, about 60 of them, were user-caused billing errors. And many of them, the customer said to us, there's a problem here. And we gave them the wrong bill and charged them too much. That's a problem for a billing company that's supposed to get stuff right? So our idea is, well, this is simple. Balanced scorecard, 8.3% more revenue if you accomplish all 17 of these things. This is not hard. And it's whenever you see these number ones, that means it's per office. So if you have 2 offices and you don't have any billing errors, oops, go back here. You don't have any billing errors for one of your offices, but you do for the other, it doesn't matter if you've accomplished all 17 other things. It's simple stuff like this. It's not hard. 17 things. Then that one office, because you didn't get all of them for that one, you don't get the 8.3% increase for that office. That's fair, right? Because it's costing us money, reputation, accounting team time. Like, we want you to do more with less. And so just be more careful. When you fill out that month-end report, if you don't know what to put in, don't ask someone. Ask someone. Don't guess. Because it's so critical. We trust when you put in that monthly report, we're going to bill it out. This is as soon as it hits. This counts when it hits accounting. Okay? So don't have billing errors. Do more or less. If you do, it's okay. We're not mad. No one's in trouble. But it just hurts us and it costs us money and it doesn't help us with our strategic objectives, so we can't give you the bump in pay. Okay? Is that fair? Okay. All right. Next, one of our strategic objectives is to achieve market share growth. All right. Well, that's incredibly important. What can AMs and AEs do? Makes sense. What is the only thing AMs and AEs could do to help us achieve market share growth? They're not the sales team. Just don't lose the responsibilities that you have, right? Now what this means is if not, and there's two exceptions here. If the office was sold or if the doctor died, it doesn't count against you. I don't mean it negatively, because that happens. But for any other reason, if it was a cleanup or if they no longer saw value somehow, or they brought it back in-house, we've heard all those things. Often that means they just didn't see the value of the money they used to, but they didn't anymore. And there's a deeper root cause to whatever, and it's okay. The office no longer wants us anymore. Well, that hurts our market share growth. So if that happens, if you have two offices and you lose one of them, you'll still get paid for that office because 30 days later, right? But you won't get the 8.3% for that office because, well, it didn't help us achieve market share growth. We lost it. Is that okay? Is that fair? Easy. We're all rowing in the same direction now. Okay. Next, achieve sustainable positive financial results. This is the last financial point of view, strategic objective. Achieve sustainable positive financial results. Well, how do we do that? Dental insurance billing gross profit margin of greater than 30%. We'll talk about that later, okay, after lunch. All right, customer challenges. All right, from the customer points of view, really straightforward, really simple. From the customer points of view, improve company brand image. That is strategy number one from the customer's point of view. What we're going to say here is what AMs and AEs can do to help us improve our brand image is to serve your clients in such a way that they give us an NPS score of 8, 9, or 10. We have many offices that give us 8, 9, or 10. Hundreds. We have many offices that give us a 1, or 3, or 6. And so there's attention that needs to be given, a little more service to those offices, and with the right focus, I believe it'll happen. It'll help you if your office is an 8, 9, or 10. This is per office, that's what the 1 stands for. This is per office. If both of your offices are 8, 9, 10, then you get 8.3% increase on both of those offices, if everything else is met to. If one of them is a 5 and the other one's a 9, then you get it for 1, not the other. And then we hope you focus your attention in that one, and the Kaizen coaches will help you, and the support coaches will help you, the quality support coaches will help you, quality coaches will help you. We're all there to get you so you're at 8, 9, 10. We want you to get this month after month after month. We want you to get this. Does that make sense? Okay. Fair enough? Good. All right. Shock and awe. This is for new offices only. Anything less than 12 months old. Only the first 12 months. The kickoff team, or the connection coaches team will have a conversation. They will talk about what are your expectations in the next 12 months. What do you want us to accomplish with your AR? And the teams will agree with the doctor, well, this is what we're going to accomplish. And monthly, you're going to be reviewing it with the doctor, setting goals. That's a yearly goal, you're setting monthly goals, and you're setting weekly goals. And you'll have the hub, Tron, will be able to have the data recorded so you can actually track it and easily see it. And the client can even log into that when you do your weekly call with the client and see where your goals are tracking. Isn't that cool? That's a tool to help you succeed, to help you focus, to help you see if you're meeting the customer's expectations, to help you see if you're shock and awe. Right? So just all you need to do, and you just need to bring the AR down, the whole AR, 30, 60, 90, don't just focus on 90, the whole AR down based on what you agreed to at the kickoff call in 12 months. And make sure you're tracking with that line. Okay? All right. So don't agree to something that's outrageous, but you can have a conversation. It's really up to you and the office to come to expectation. Next, meeting customer expectation. Now this one's a little more complicated, but it's really simple. It's the same concept of helping you lead with goals. Leading with goals. There are 4 goals that most industry people look at all the time when they evaluate the health of a practice. There's 4 of them you've ignored. They're out there, we talk about it a little bit. Sometimes people don't have the weekly calls, even though that's the easiest way, because they don't know what to talk about. They don't know what to talk about. Well, this is what you could easily talk about and should talk about. These ratios: total collection ratio, accounts receivable reduction ratio, the percent of open claims worked, and the number of insurance companies that will be submitted through the portal. The reason why that last one's important is because we've had offices that have lost us because they thought we were submitting some of the claims through portals and we never did. The lady went in and she, like a consultant came in, submitted a bunch of claims that have been out for 60 days through a portal, got them paid in 5 days, and said, what were you doing for 60 days? Called me up on the phone. What did I say? I'm sorry. I don't know. We'll try better. They drop the service, they drop the assist. So having a conversation, which insurance claims we think work better through the portal versus the ones that don't. Because not all portals work good, work well, right? Some do, some don't. But making sure that you have a conversation, these are the claims that we expect that you go through the portal, and these are the ones that we're not going to, and you agree, and you just, this number will probably be fixed month after month after month, but it'll help you stay focused, help you meet their expectations. This is the strategic objective, to meet the customer's expectation. If they expect you to use the portal, then you should use the portal. If they don't expect you, then don't. But at least we have a conversation about it, okay? Don't hide it. Don't use the portal, don't not use the portal when they think that you are, right? Now these other ratios, you'll figure it out, they're pretty simple. Total collection ratio, accounts receivable production ratio, the percent of open claims worked, all that data will come from the daily reports and weekly reports that we already have. And you'll be able to see ratios for the first time, and the customer will see them. You'll have conversations. You'll know, and you'll have a dashboard when you log into the hub that'll show all your offices and these 4 KPIs. This is the franchise, this is the eAssist way. Like, this is what we track, and every office will know it, and AMs and AEs will easily see it. And and the beauty of this is, you set the expectation monthly with the client on one of your weekly huddle calls with the client. So the week right before the month ends, perhaps, or the week before, 2 weeks before, you set these expectations. They can log into the portal, into Tron, in the hub, and see it, and they can see it themselves, and you set the expectations with them. So don't bite off more than you can chew. If they want you to do 10 million whatever, that's impossible, doctor. I can't do that. But we can do this. Oh, okay, well, I want you a little bit more. No, maybe a little bit more. So you negotiate, you keep the relationship, and you decide how to meet their expectation. How else can you meet a customer's expectation if you don't even know what it is? So now that we know what it is, we can meet it month after month after month, because you agreed to it, right? Easy. Really easy. This is per office, so if you meet the expectations per office, and you set them, not us, you meet the expectations, you got the 8.3%. Okay, maintaining caring relationships. This is so huge. We lost an office recently, been with us for 18 months. There was only one weekly huddle call ever made in 18 months. That is not a caring relationship. They're not trouble, no one's to blame. The system failed the AM and AE. There was no really incentive for them to do it. There weren't tools to teach them how, to show them the value in it. There was always excuses from the office not to want to do it because they didn't see the value. These are tools now we're helping you, we're serving you, right? Well, you get an extra 8.3% if you maintain a caring relationship. That means you hold all weekly office huddles. There's a purpose for them too. You do those KPIs every week. Is it going to take some creativity to figure out how to do that? Yes, it will, but you can. There's a will, there's a way. The new offices, it'll be easy. The old ones that are not in the habit of doing it, because some of you aren't, we either have 2 options. We either start doing it, figure it out, or we lose them in time. I don't want to lose them in time. So the strategic objective is to maintain a caring relationship. That's a good objective, right? Maintain it. How do you do it? You talk to people. You talk to people. You have to talk to people. You can't just be an email telling them, we're missing all this stuff. You need to do it all, collect it all so I can appeal these claims. We're losing offices for that. You can't do that. So hold all week. Now some of you work part-time and you have a full-time job, so you can't be on the assigned huddle call. So if you work part-time and you can't make it to the huddle with the rest of the team, you can send a thank you note. That helps maintain a relationship, right? Send a thank you note that week. It might get old week after week after week, but still you can do that. It's important you do something because we're all rowing in the same direction. No one can avoid any of these strategic objectives. I can't be the only one that does it, right? We're all doing it. An email summary, or you can do an email summary to the doctor of the huddle. That's helpful. Or you can call the office at a different time to maintain a caring relationship with someone. I mean, we need to develop relationships with everyone on the whole team, not just the office manager, right?
That's right.
Just call the office and talk to Susan that day. Ask her about her kids. Say, he's just here to help you. We love you. Just build a relationship. If you do that, office per office, it's done. This is honor system. Full transparency, honor system. Be honest, do the right thing. So on a report, you'll be asked if you've done this yet. You have to do it every week, right? Next, internal process objectives. So internal process objectives, these are 5 things incredibly important. The first one, and they all go back to the last one about customers. The first one here, ensure effective performance with KPIs. We ran the company and built an $18 million company together with all of us from our hearts and from our minds and from our spirit, and we haven't Yes, Corinne?
I don't think you explained what KPIs were.
I'm about to, you bet. We've done it all without like measuring stuff except for like the collections and production of an office. And back in my mind, I kept knowing there's got to be a better way we have to track. KPI is a key performance indicator, something. Everything here is a KPI. All of these things here, all of these things are KPIs. Total collection ratio, accounts receivable production. All we're saying here, to meet this one, because our objective is to start using KPIs to help us all grow. Because when you start measuring something, you usually do better. That's why you have a scale. You step on it, and it helps you see how well you're doing. So the idea is, all you need to do is review those 4 KPIs that we just discussed under meet the customer's expectations with them each week in your weekly huddle. This is like redundant. You do one, you do this one too. Next, increase add-on service sales. Now I'm using all over here. This is cool. Because what this means is this is really so simple. You do it one time in the month. It helps us with this objective, and that is to increase add-on service sales like accounting, patient portion 2.0, medical billing. If you help with that in one of these ways, it affects all of your offices. You do it one time for all of them, you get the 8.3 for all of them. If you don't get the 8.3 for any of them. So it's really simple, pretty simple. We have like 7 of these that are alls, okay? This is simple. Like or repost a social media eAssist products post. Post to our blogs. Suggest at least 1 additional services to your current offices. You can probably do that one time and then you'll sound like a broken record. So we're making this super simple. Or refer a dental office to sales that doesn't have anything. The idea here is we have tools. We have a social media blog. And we have a Facebook page, and we have a blog on all of our websites, and we do at least 5 posts to that every week. All you need to do is either write a response to that, because Google will then see that this is active and keep us on the top of the page. It helps promote eAssist by you actively engaging in our blog. So you're helping us all grow, right? And you get an extra 8.3 when you do. Or you just go into Facebook and hit like, that's all, to one of our posts. And all the people in your network will see what you like. And I guarantee there's a dentist there who doesn't know about eAssist that'll see it. That's cool. Free marketing. You're helping us grow. Real simple, 30 seconds, right? Maybe a minute, maybe 2. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right, next objective. Improve process efficiencies. Okay, what can we do there? Well, we discussed the eAssist way. We discussed the Kaizen coaches, how they're having weekly huddles. We're calling them eAssist way huddles. We used to call them WIG huddles. I've been reviewing those notes, and the attendance is so poor in some of the regions. It is like 10%, with AMs that never even show up. And we have a problem with communication and a problem with understanding where we're going. And so we have to say, if you want the 8.3%, this is for all. You need to attend and watch at least 4 eAssist way huddles each month. So weekly, at least 4 a month. Sometimes there's 5 in a month, but you need at least 4 a month by the Kaizen coaches. We don't care which Kaizen coach. You can pick any of them that you serve and that serve you in any of the regions. But at least watch, because they're going to be teaching the same thing. They have talking points every single week in the eAssist way that we're focusing on that week. So we all understand what we're learning in the trenches and how we're improving the eAssist way, right? So you have to attend those each week. It's critical for you to understand to succeed. If you don't, it's fine. You don't learn it. Probably won't. This is just a way to help you succeed better. And if you don't, you won't get the 8.3%. Is that okay? Is that too much to ask? You'll also see we want you to help us improve the eAssist way each month, one time. And on your daily report, we're going to modify it so that you can do that at any time. You can find in the daily report, I have a suggestion to the eAssist way. You can go post it on the wiki as well. But then you put it, right now the system is designed that you put it on, it'll all be tracked. So you put it on the daily report, what your suggestion is. And it'll tell you then each month whether or not you've done that. If you've done that, check. You don't have to do it again. Just do it once. But we want to know from you. We just heard from the SOS team how we all grow from each other, from you. This is how we get better. This is how we crowdsource the best way to do it, right? Is this too hard to ask? Okay, we're good? We want to do it, 8.3% more. Next, improve communication. This is really simple. Communicate with all AMs and AEs of all services, that's key, on all assigned offices weekly, either on Slack, email, text, or phone. This is per office. This isn't at all. This is per office. So if you're not doing communicating, we had one office that lost, they dropped us, because the team never talked to the patient portion of 2.0 AM ever. And the office had a question about that, and they talked to the AE, and the AE said, I don't know who that is. And the office said, what are you talking about? And it's okay. I mean, the system spelled the team. This should solve the problem. Because you need to do it to get the 8.3%. Like, talk to each other. And on your report, you'll say, yes, we did or not. Okay, it worked. Implement effective change. Here we go. This is critical. This is one of our strategic objectives. This isn't all. There's only 160 people that joined the all-hands meeting call that I had just a few weeks ago. We have 500 e-assisters. So when people say, I don't know what e-assist is doing, and they never tell me anything, we're trying. So we want to give you 8.3%, but you got to listen to all hands meetings.
Can we not do it on Wednesday night?
We can switch it. And
I work at church on Wednesday night.
I love it.
And I can't.
don't do that. And I love it that we're going to record. We always record them. You can watch the recording. Like, the idea here is you don't have to watch it live. You don't have to watch it live. As long as you watch it before the month is over, you'll get the 8.3%. Okay? And any announcements on the eAssist Nation announcements page. Like, that's where any updates to the eAssist Way are going to go. You just have to make sure you watch the 2-minute little video or 3-minute video so that you can stay abreast of everything that we hope everyone learns every month. That's the best way for us to learn together, right? Is this okay? All right. Next, potential growth challenges. Here's the last one. So, achieve a high-performance culture. What does that mean, achieve a high-performance culture? Well, we figure it means people serving each other. That is high performance. We all drew the line, we came up on the stage, we said we would. If we do it, people will recognize you for that too. It's not why we do it. We do it for the right reasons, just to serve. But we have a new metric called eAssister NPS. You'll be asked a question on a scale of 1 to 10. It's private, it's anonymous. If you have a team of 10, you'll be asked all 10 people once a quarter. On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely are you to refer Belle to work with another eAssister on another assignment? And you're honest, if the person sends messy claims and makes you clean it up and never talks to you and tells you what to do all the time, doesn't work, you don't like it, you might put 3 or 5, 10, if you love it, 9, 8, right? It's this question our customers are asking, and because we're all business owners, we're all customers with each other. So we're asking each other, it's feedback 360, it's to all motivate us to be aligned to improve and to help. Is this okay? Is this good? Because we've heard feedback from people saying, you know, I don't want to work with that person. I want you to work with the person, and I want you to have a conversation with them about it, and I want you to serve each other. That's how we have a high performance culture. So the best way we think we come up with is, well, let's track eNPS for everybody, and then you have to have one greater than 30, and it's for all your offices. That's pretty simple to do. That means you're like above average. Maybe even average, but a little bit above average. And we reserve the right to raise that higher as time goes on. But right now, we just want you guys to be nice to each other, to serve each other, to help each other. The eNPS scores will skyrocket. I'd love to have you all be 100. That would be a high performance culture, right? Okay. Is this good? Next, attract high achievers. Well, this is an important strategic objective. People like Ruby, high achievers. All of you here, high achievers. Many of you have stories very similar to Ruby's where you've attracted someone and you brought someone in. There's even mother and daughter teams that are here that are attracting each other. Right? So the idea is that in order for you to get, this is for all, you need to talk with a friend about your job. Or post something positive on social media monthly about eAssist. This is so easy, guys. Or, because some of you don't like social media. Or like or repost how eAssist changed my life. Those blog posts that we do all the time, those newsletter stuff. Just go in and it's on our website. Just like it or post on it. Write a positive Google or Facebook or Glassdoor review. You can do that one time, right? And then you can't do it again. Call up a new person in vetting and welcome them to eAssist. That is cool. That helps develop a high-performance culture, attracting high achievers. Refer someone to work for eAssist. Or bring a friend to a club meeting. The eAssist clubs, we have 50 of them, right? Or work in a trade show booth. We love it when you do. Or do a podcast with Andre the Great. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. It'll take you 5 minutes. It helps us all grow. But that 5 minutes is like Herb saying, can you save $5? Will do wonders to help attract people like you and help grow eAssist and help serve. Okay, retain high achievers. All right. So this is a cool one because what I'm saying is everyone at eAssist is a high achiever. We are assuming you are all high achievers. You passed the vetting materials. It's so hard to get to where you are. You are all high achievers. So, how do we retain high achievers? Well, the best way you can help us is don't voluntarily ask to come off of an office. But other removal reasons are okay. If the doctor wants you off or something like that. We assume that if all these things are happening, that'll never happen. But that's how you can help us retain high achievers. Because when you come off of an office, often we lose that office. They don't like the new team, they love you. Not always, but it does happen. And it hurts. So it's okay. If you want to come off an office and you can, you want to voluntarily come off an office, you can. You just lose the 8.3 for the 1 month. That's all. It's okay. You can still come off of offices. It's just we're not going to give you the extra bump because you're not helping us with our objective of retaining high achievers, right? Okay. Next, develop our people. So we have these CE credits all the time. We do all these shows, the 5 shows every single month. And it's so cool. They're usually half CE credit. And we're going to work with Bell to make them pay certified if we can. When we don't prefer, if it's not promoting eAssist, but just teaching, we'll figure that all out. But it's internal CE credit. And it might even count, some of them will count towards real CE credits because we're pay certified to offer it if you're a high generalist or front office or whatever that needs it. So the idea is that you need to do at least 12 a year. Now we can do this. The guys at Scaling Up, they wrote this book and they work with a bunch of independent contractors and they let him use his name and the franchise and requires they have CE credits every single year to stay fresh. We can do this. The reason why we want to make this a part of our strategic objective to develop our people is because we do these shows. There's 500 eAssisters and only about 30 are watching these shows every time we do them, either live or after the recording. Only about 30. It's probably the same 30 over and over again. We learn so much about the eAssist way if you just use the resources we're giving you, and these resources will help you succeed. They absolutely will. So if you want the 8.3%, you have to at least be doing 12, and it's prorated, so that's 1 a month. 1 a month. Just be tracking just right. You can get caught up if you miss it 1 month. Get caught up, you won't get it. But if you just do 2, watch 2 shows. Not all 5. 5 will be better. You'll learn a lot. But at least 2. At least 2. And you'll be caught up with your CE credits. You will help us develop our people. That's what AMs and AEs can do to help us develop themselves, right?
Does today count? Does this weekend count?
Does this weekend count? Sure, absolutely. No, I'm going to backtrack.
Just kidding.
I love the easy cane. But this is for all. Final, innovate products to complement the core. This is our last strategic objective. Again, we might change it next year, every year. But this is our last one, innovate products to complement the core. How can we do that? Well, an AM and AE can suggest a new product to a Kaizen coach or to the daily or on the daily report, 1 per month that complements the core. Now the beauty of this is you can say the same thing over and over and over again until you do it. So if all of you are saying hygiene recall, hygiene recall, hygiene recall, we will be able to see what everyone says we should work on next, and that's what we're going to work on next. You see it? So and then when we get that done, we start to see what everyone else says we should do, and now we're all learning together, and you're helping us grow. You're helping us accomplish this strategic objective, and that is innovate products that complement the core. Do it once a month, that's all, and you get the 8.3%. Is that good?
Yes.
Okay. All right. This is what real companies do. This is like one of the biggest takeaways from Harvard after I went there, and I'm so grateful that it's being well received by you. Please pick up your balance scorecard. We actually print them all off for you. Now there's only like 4 numbers that are actually real, the NPS score, weekly health, there's a few things there. The rest of them are NA because the hub isn't designed yet for the balance scorecard. It'll launch September 1st. September 1st will all be done, and so the balance scorecard system will go into play either September 1st or October 1st, depending on the billing cycle. So, okay, pick them up on the way back from lunch. Pick them on the way back from lunch. Review it, grab it. It's really cool. You'll see your overall NPS score, and then you'll see how you're doing on the balance scorecard, okay?